Hello. Don't know if anybody's here yet. Probably not, but that's fine. I'm just working on my Red Rooster rig again. So I always forget to do that. I always, 100% of the time forget to do that. Taking off the, muting the audio on the actual live stream. What can you do? All right, let's take a look. So where I left off yesterday, I had just finished the front leg here. And after I finished up with that, I continued on and did the back leg as well. My leg is broken. So yeah. Now all I've got left on this rig is the back arm. And then, at least for the 3/4 pose, I still have to do all the rest too. So I got the back arm. And then once that's done, I can start doing some cleanup. Putting in deformers on all the various areas. And then once that's done, then it's pretty much ready to do at least one animation test with the 3/4 rig. So you know what we could do is one of the things I'm going to need is to find the voice of Red Rooster. I'll wait until there's maybe one or two people in the chat before I start going over that. That is a call to arms of sorts. Anyway, so the back arm will be all the way in the back here. It's the cape. And there's the arm. Okay. You have to excuse me. I coughed a little bit during the stream because I ate McDonald's for dinner today. Like a jackass. I don't recommend ever doing that. Makes you feel like garbage every single time, without fail. I don't know why I do that. I really like the cheeseburgers. Simple, small, get a whole bunch of them. Not a lot of mess either because it's mostly bun. What did you do? So, what do you think here? Now, I wonder if I should have the arm in front, because when we look at Jeremy's design here, because he's got such a big, broad chest, but they kind of blend into one another. The arm, the chest. So I'm thinking what I should do is I should build the arm regularly, similarly to how I did it over here. So I'll have one piece for the bicep and tricep, one for the elbow, one for the forearm, and one for the shoulder. And then I'll connect those all into each other with the auto patch tool, and then into the chest. Or the other thing I could do is I could make this piece of the chest a patch. And that way I don't have to worry about... I think that's probably the best way to do it. Because if I do that, then I don't have to worry about the full arm bleeding into his torso. So now that I've got a bit of a game plan figured out, and you can see I did something similar with the his left pec as well. Now, one of the things that is going to be interesting that I'm going to have to contend with down the road is stuff like the stars here. Because I believe that if I really want this to work properly, I should have made the stars in the front position and then just manipulated them with deformers down the road on the 3/4. Now that's something I could probably do over again when I do get to this stage, if I feel like that is the best way to do it. Or I could do a second, what do you call it? A second drawing for it, and have them kind of switch out. Because a lot of the times with animation, you can actually get away with a lot. Oh, hey, it's Raven. How you doing? You know, Raven, one of these days, I'm going to have to get you onto my stream. I don't know what we do exactly. Maybe it might be more appropriate to have you on the Science Wizard Comics channel, because there we can talk more about like comic books, and we can probably set it up as a drawing stream as well. We could do stuff like that. This channel, I'm pretty much keeping it entirely to animation related stuff, even if it is indie comic book characters and whatnot, like Mr. Red Rooster here. So you can see I got some of his. Ooh, I should fix that. See, you always notice things when you shouldn't. When you're working on other things, you always notice something else. So the thing I'm working on here, now I'm supposed to be working on the arm, but I noticed something in the mouth. And whenever you notice something, you should probably like always do it, like do it right away. So one of the things I noticed is that I've got the teeth, the tongue, but then they connect immediately to the rest of the inside of the mouth. And I'm thinking I should probably have the teeth, tongue, and the bottom part, like the bottom lip, connected together. Or maybe not. I don't know. Because I could always just like... Yeah, you know what? I think that actually might work better. And you can see it extends beyond that. I got cutters. I got cutters for days, y'all. I think you're the only one in here right now, Coffee. I can call you Coffee, right? I usually just call you Raven. I don't know why I call you Coffee. I think it's because of your username. So that's what I'm seeing. Oh, that's perfect. That's fantastic. Actually, you know what? How about I give you the Hangout right now and you can come on. If you're working on it right now, then that's the perfect time to come on and talk about the animation that you're working on. Because I would love to hear about or even see what you're doing. What do you say, huh? I got the link right here. I'll send that your way, and if you want to, do with that what you will. Heckin' yeah. All right. I just got to find the right window and send that off to my good bud, Raven Monroe. There you go. I just sent it to you on Twitter. Fantastic. I didn't know you did animation. That's cool. Or is this something you're just starting to dabble in? I'll wait until you get on before I start asking questions. Rude. But yeah, hopefully eventually I'll be able to get even more animation-based people on here. Or at the very least, people who are interested in or passionate about. Even if it's just, you know. One person I should definitely get in here at some point is Mark Pellegrini, because he's a big animation buff. Honestly, he's probably a bigger animation buff than me. Like I kind of focus more on the work. Like I just make the animation. I don't consume it nearly as much as I make it. Not anymore, anyway. I used to watch a lot of cartoons, anime. Have I just been calling it anime? Anyway, Raven, I sent you the link, so whenever you are ready, you are good to go. That's cool. Let's see. I'll start with the upper arm. Yeah. Get my my rotation points here. That is important. You gotta rotate on something. One of the things I could do is I could probably just like grab this arm and duplicate those over onto this side. I think that's a bit of a cop-out. All right, let's see here. Larger circle there. You know what? While I'm working on the arm, I'm going to make sure that right now it is on the frontmost layer, just so that I can see everything. Because that can be a real pain when it's behind everything. In fact, I'm even going to put it in front of the drawings. Calling now. It should be pretty much instantaneous. You should just drop right in. Here, I'll send it again just in case. No, I don't have to pick up the call. Here, try the second link that I just sent you. Try the second link I just sent you. It should work. It should work. All right, back to this. Upper arm. Now the other thing I'm doing is I'm actually getting the rotation points for both the upper and the lower arm and the wrist. And I do that all at once so that they all rotate perfectly on this circle. So what I do is, I add a new layer. And this is just like a temporary layer that I use to get the center of the circle. So here, I'll show them the timeline here. I'm bad for that because I really like to keep my node view like really large so that I can see it better. So I always have it on a second screen. So oh, no, I want that connected to here. So yeah, now I can take the first circle from the upper arm and paste it onto the temporary one. And then I grab the peg, move the rotation to the center of the peg, and I'll zoom in as much as I possibly can, just so I can get it as accurately at the center of the circle as possible. And then I just scale it on down really, really tiny. And then I grab that, go into the tool properties and make it heckin' huge. And there you go. Now I've got the center, which will become the rotation point. All right, I'm just going to double check. You're not allowed, you're not authorized to start this video call. I'm not asking you to start it. I've already started it. Okay. Once again, YouTube and Google have made things entirely unnecessarily difficult. All right. Let's see. Invite people. Okay, maybe this will work. Okay. If this doesn't work, then nothing will. I just sent you another link. So I've sent you 3 different links. Why it can't just give me one link, I don't know. But that last link is directly from the Add People button. So if that's not it, I don't know what else I can do to get you on here. All right, so back to the node view. If I go select my drawing, and then I select that because I don't want it on the temp drawing. I want it on this one. Actually, what I'll do is I'll select it and I'll Control X and then Control V to get it back onto here. onto the back upper arm one. And that way, I can do the next one. So now I copy this, and I paste that there. Grab the peg. I said grab the peg. Did I not? Oh, right. I got it. You got to be in peg selection mode. Another important thing. There's a lot of different modes in this, so it can be very easy to lose track of what mode you're on sometimes if you're not paying attention. Shoot. All right. Move that on down. Select. And ooh. Oh. I think go. The second one. Do that. Or cut it rather. And paste that back into here. I'm going to take that and I'm going to reset it before I do the next one. Because you'll notice that when I did the stroke for this one, it was only 50. And then I shrunk it down. And then I did the next one, and I had to take the stroke up to 1,000 to get the exact same level of the stroke. And that's because I was scaling down the peg. And the stroke information is on the drawing. So, something that I did not notice last time that I did this, and I'm glad that I actually did this time. So I assume that since Raven isn't in the chat, it's doing that thing where it calls as if it's a phone call, so it's expecting you to pick up or something. Google, get your shit together. Get your shit together, Google. Put it all together, get it all together, put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you got to take it somewhere, take it somewhere. Take it to the shit museum, for all I care. Just got to get it together. Get your shit together. Oh, Jesus. Or, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Why do you got to make fun of me? I'm just a regular old Morty. You don't want to hear my impressions. Especially when I'm not trying. Maybe I'll do 40 for that one. There we go. I want to have at least a little bit of white in the middle, or clear in the middle. All right, there we go. Now I can get rid of that temp drawing. Yeah, sorry about that, Raven. I have no idea. That's always worked in the past. Just sending out the link. And even then, like, when I invite people, it should work too. What is going on here? Bizarre. Bizarre. But I will definitely be having Raven onto the stream at some point in the near future because she's a cool lady, and she's fun to talk to, and she's got some cool projects on the works. While we're talking about that, I will tell you what projects those are, even though only me and her are in the stream right now. She's got a comic book that she is writing called Machi, the Labby Witch. I'm sorry. I had to do that. That was too funny. It's Machi, the Lazy Witch. So she's one of those damn millennials. Goddamn millennials. Ruining everything for everybody. Am I right? Am I right? You know what you could do? I was thinking about this. Is you could make some sort of like, I don't know, character that shows up at some point named Labby. Or Labby. Labby? Probably Labby. Just as a sort of throwback joke. That's actually the joke of the comic. Like the whole thing, all the way through. It all turns out to be just to make that Labby joke. Well, I'm sorry, I gave away the ending. Oh, jeez. I watch way too much Rick and Morty. I gotta tell you that. That is one show that I actually do watch a obscene amount of. It's so rewatchable. It's so quotable. It really is kind of like the new South Park. Labby the Labrador. Ah, there you go. Somebody has a Labrador dog. They're like, oh, what's his name? I'll bet it's something regal, like Belvedere, or, you know, Professor Oakenshield. And then she's just like, it's Labby. And you're just like, oh. Just brings me back to another South Park joke. Chickadee, the chickadee. Bunny the Bun the bunny, or Bunny the bunny. Or no, it's Bunny E the bunny. They just add an E to the end of whatever they are. And then that's just their name. Velvader is probably the coolest name for a Labrador ever. Oh, hey, and Punished Berserker is here. God damn, that guy's... I tell you, one of these days, Berserker is going to get me into trouble. Because he is funny, but he is so damn spicy. It's a nice spice. It's all in good humor, but... God damn. Like, my Canadian sensibilities just tell me, like, oh... No, stay away. He's trouble, man. He's trouble. But we love you, Bear. We love you. It's still bullshit that you got kicked off of Twitter. Hey, and Humble Marty's here too, and Neostar. The gang's all together. How you doing, fellas? Punished is right. God damn, that guy can't go anywhere without getting banned. Ah. Sorry, guys. I bike to and from work, and it has been stupidly humid the last couple of days. Just uncomfortable, ungodly weather makes you want to just die forever. Like permanent dying. Constant, over and over again. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's always nice to work on this stuff with friends in tow. People I can abuse. What? Did I say abuse? I didn't say abuse. Of course not. Why would I do that? I would never abuse you guys. No, it's true. I wouldn't. I'm a sweetheart. And you all know that. Berserker probably give me a lot of shit for being too much of a sweetheart. Because I can't even bring myself to say certain words. He knows which words. I won't say which words. Even when they give me a pass. Just can't do it. Can't bring myself to do it. What is going on here? Why are you 3.2? You should be 4. Are you dumb? You better not be 3.2 as well. You better be 4. There we go. 4's all around. That's what we want. My lucky number. Speaking of Rick and Morty, that's actually... I want to recreate the Rick and Morty rigs at some point. Maybe after I do the Red Rooster one, and it's all working and together, and Then I can do a Rick and Morty. I can throw them into like different ads for comics and stuff, you know, because we got all sorts of different universes and whatnot with this indie comics boom, all kinds of stuff. So just have Rick and Morty be like sort of the unofficial advertisers of the indie comic scene. Oh, jeez, Rick, where are we? Morty, we're in a universe, Morty. Like I was telling you, Morty. There's a man, but he's a pizza. He's a pizza, Morty. And he's only got one topping. It's pineapple, Morty. It's pineapple. Why would they do that? I blame the Canadians. Morty. I don't know what the Omega sanction is, Berserker. To be fair, Trudeau would throw you in jail if you anywhere near as spicy as I am. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. God, my government is corrupt. I'm so looking forward to becoming an American someday. I'll be able to have guns. Well, I mean, I can have guns as a Canadian, but I'll just be able to have more guns. Lubba lubba jub jub. Oh, jeez, Rick, why is he a pizza? How does that even work? Like, what are his organs? Is it just dough? Is it bread? Does he actually have organs? Does he bleed? What is the sauce? Is it actual cheese? Does he just look like a pineapple? Morty, you're asking too much questions, Morty. These are not things for mortal beings to be answering. I really like doing those voices. They're just a lot of fun. Plus, they're not that hard. You know, it's just crotchety old man voice, number 1, 2, 3, and what's the sauce? I'll tell you what the sauce is. You little shit. It's that Szechuan sauce. This is the only place I can find it in the universe. Is on this pizza man. Hold him down, Morty. I'm gonna get the sauce. I got spit all over my screen. What is the sauce, indeed? The Omega Sanction is when Darkseid puts you in a pocket universe dedicated only to making you experience increasingly worse and more painful deaths for all eternity. Wow. That sounds shitty. Oh god, yeah, you have no idea, Humble Marty. It's ridiculous. If that existed right now, a kiddie pool full of ice and a fan in front of it, I'd be in it. I'd be in it right now. I'd be in it so hard. Let's see here. Now we got this. But you know, there's one thing I forgot to do. And that's copy all this. And put it into the forearm and the hand. Because I'm going to want those to have those as well. You mean to tell me that Canada get not only hot but humid? It gets crazy humid. Crazy humid. I'm sweating my face off. I tried to exercise yesterday to do a little cardio. I got like 20 minutes into it and I was just like, nope, I can't do it. I am not strong enough to survive this whole thing. Canada is much more diverse in climate than you would expect. The Americans, they make fun of our climate all the time because our summers are quite a bit shorter, for sure. But they're still quite summery. Sure feels like summer. But summer is the superior. Cardio is for gays? Cardio is not for gays. Cardio is for people that want to get those abs. I want those abs. Because I don't got those abs. Someday. So how about you guys? Do any of you desire to be voice actors? Because I tell you, we're going to need some of those at some point. I got to find the voice of Red Rooster after all. What does Red Rooster sound like? Is he sort of lion-esque? With that sort of old-timey, heroic voice. Very stereotypical, but effective. Who will be the voice of Red Rooster? Maybe we'll do like a campaign afterwards to be like, just to find who's gonna voice Red Rooster. I don't know. That could be fun too. You know me, I like contests. I really do. They're fun. Gold Experience Requiem apparently has that power too. I don't know what that is either. You guys are dropping all sorts of references that I just don't get. Maybe it's my Canadian sensibilities that I just don't get this stuff. You know, that's the only female voice I can do. Actually, I only have 2 female voices I can do. I can do Minnie Mouse, or I can do an old lady. That's to Raven there. She says, I would love to be a voice actress for an old senile woman. Honestly, the only voice I can do. I can only do the old woman and the Minnie Mouse woman. Or is it Mickey Mouse? No, I think I sound more like Mickey Mouse when I try to do like any kind of standard female voice. It's awful. I actually had an animatic for the Wicked Awesome team that I did back in college. I scrapped it because my female voice acting was atrocious and embarrassing, and B, I realized that it just wasn't that good. Yeah, I've gotten a much better ear for story, or I've gotten much better at storytelling. So I looked back at it and I was just like, no, this doesn't work. Because the funny thing is, that the Wicked Awesome team was a superhero group that my friends and I created for the Champions, not Champions, the Heroes Unlimited tabletop RPG. I don't know where. I see you're on my Twitter right now, Berserker. But yeah, we made this team of superheroes called the Wicked Awesome Team. And it was like the tabletop superhero game, Heroes Unlimited. And when I first wrote the script and did the animatic for the pilot episode that we were working on, I had absolutely I was determined to make it as close to the game as possible, which was a really stupid idea, because then like I was sacrificing a lot of story stuff and a lot of like logical choices that would otherwise be made on a pilot episode, just to keep it closer to what happened in the game. It was a terrible idea. Neostar would love to be a voice actor. Berserker's up for doing some voices. Fantastic. So once we figure out how to get the audio stuff working out, we'll definitely do that. And C. Diddley, my lovely girlfriend, she says, I love your old lady voice. She's probably talking about the old lady with lung cancer voice that I do sometimes. And no, I don't watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've never seen an episode. I saw the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure abridged. I saw that. I think there was only one episode of that. But I liked that because it was funny. It's just incomprehensible, nonsensical goofiness. I don't know why everybody's so obsessed with that JoJo's show. I don't get it. Just don't get it. It's not compute. It does not make sense. Look at Chewbacca. Does that make sense? I'm a highly paid lawyer, and I'm talking about Chewbacca. Does that make sense? No. If it does not make sense, then you must acquit. Yeah, I will probably quote South Park a lot. I really like South Park. So if you don't like people quoting South Park, it's probably not the rigging stream for you. Okay. So we got the forearm. Because JoJo's amazing, you cretin. Lies! Lies! Classic Chewbacca defense indeed. It's the only defense. If you're not using the classic Chewbacca defense, then you're just basically handing them the victory. Oh, here's the other thing. On top of the hand, I need another layer, another drawing, and that is going to be the cuff. Not cuffs from Jawbreakers. I'll do him eventually. Someday. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. So we got the cuff. Back. Cuff. Just renaming it. Always name your nodes. If you have to rename stuff down the line, you are screwed. We'll have a peg for the hand and the cuff. So we'll go hand, cuff, master, -P. So I always add the P to the end. Son of a beat! Did you just misspell son of a bitch? JoJo is crazy, cheesy fun that's not afraid to lay on the cheese. Old Man Joe stars. Oh my gods, get me every time. All right. Well, maybe someday I'll watch it. Maybe I'll do like a reaction stream to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on here. It's animation after all, so I mean it would fit. It would fit. It would fit right in to what I'm trying to do with this channel. So hey, it's always a possibility. Anyway, I'm making animation here. Well, no, I'm not. I'm making a rig. All right, so backhand. Grab this fellow. Throw that onto the cuff. Okay, since I have the cuff on here, I don't have to actually include the hand with the auto patch chain. Anything? Oh, okay, great. So now my comment section has turned into a total JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan discussion. Fantastic. That's just what I need. You guys. You guys. Oh. Backhand doesn't like that. Back cuff. It's all good. One. You can get rid of shoulder circle. Back upper arm. Get rid of the hand circle. So now I've got upper arm, lower arm, and the hand. I just gotta build the hand now. Hello, Nella Possessed. Nice to see you here. Coughing Critter says, who is the character you're working on? And the character is Red Rooster. That's Mitch Breitweiser's character, Red Rooster, from his Red Rooster comic. He was one of the first big, three that kind of jump-started the whole indie comics wild, wild west that we're in right now. So I am doing this because I need some content for this channel. So why not build the rig? And then after that's done, I can start, animating it and doing some tests and just giving everybody a little insight into the kind of work that goes into building these 2D puppet rigs. So let's get back to the business. The business. I swear to God, everybody that talks about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is getting banned from here on out. No more JoJo. I'm kidding. You thought this chat would be full of animation fans, but it was just us JoJo fandom. I disavow. He started Indiegogo before War Campaign was War Campaign. What, Red Rooster? Yeah. Like, I don't think there was a War Campaign back when Red Rooster first started up. I don't think so, anyway. But I don't want to get into War Campaign stuff. That is drama related, and I am not for that on this channel. Not anymore. I'm getting away from that. I just want to be productive and make some kick-ass cartoons. But his ham-on was so overflowing that he was able to use it both before he learned the proper breathing techniques and after a 50-year break. That sounds like really sexual and gross. All right, go write your romance novel somewhere else, Berserker. Actually, you know what? If Berserker wrote a romance novel, I would read the shit out of that because it would be hilarious. You should do that, man. Anyway, back to the hand, because the face don't want to hear it no more. I got jokes. Kill me. Kill me. Well, that just sounded like, was it that Jay Moynihan guy from the Kick Vic lawsuit? I'm an old man, even though I'm only like 27 years old. That's what happened there before. I don't know if any of you guys have been following that, but like that Kick Vic lawsuit with like the Monica Rial, holy cannoli, what a mess that is. I mean, that's more drama stuff. I'll stay off that topic, but I just wanted to say, because wow, I watched some of those and it was thoroughly a lot more entertaining than I thought lawyer stuff would be. That's all. That's all I'll say about that. Plus, I like the voice. The voice is funny. But again, yeah, drama free. Coffee and Critters got to go. Thanks for coming. Sorry you weren't able to get on, Raven. Next time, we'll figure it out. And you have a good one. Nella Possess says, is our Lord and Prophet Mr. Marvel alive somewhere? Yes, Mr. Marvel is alive and well. He's working hard on the comics. He's getting pages into me. He just got page 12, the ink's done for page 12 and sent into me. So he is busting butt. He's a hard-working man. One of the hardest I've ever met. So I've got nothing but love and respect for that man. And it is total horse shit that he got kicked off of Twitter. I miss him. I miss him so much on Twitter. I'm telling you, Twitter is not half as fun without Mr. Marvel. Without the shit posting he does. That was the best. That was the best part about Twitter, hands down. Especially with that guy doing all those Samus redesigns where she turns him into like a man. Like I want to see Mr. Marvel take him on because he does it so well, so funny. Just zero Fs given. Try to reduce the swearing on the stream too. I have a little bit of a sailor potty mouth, so trying to reduce that somewhat. Oh jeez, oh boy, oh god, oh dear. There we go. Moving this. There we go. Building lines. We do all miss Troy. Twitter is a fun-free zone. I think the people that run Twitter really want it to be a fun-free zone because all the people that are fun get kicked off, and then all that's left is the angry people, and we don't want that. We don't want the angry people to be all there is to Twitter. Come on, no way. I don't know. Some people seem to really enjoy all the drama. Some people really enjoy all the anger on there. I mean, I think it's just another avenue for entertainment for people for the most part. You know, instead of creating characters and making stories about drama, they're getting all their drama from Twitter. And I much prefer stories. I don't know about you guys, but give me a good yarn over that nonsense any day of the week. Any day of the week. I'm talking Mr. Marvel. I'm talking Wampool. I'm talking Jack Irons. I'm talking Little Girl Lethal. Machi the Lazy Witch. That's coming soon. That's from Raven, who was in here with the chat earlier. And I'll be getting her on the show eventually. I was on her show, Coffee and Critters. And be sure to check that out as well because it's a really fun, chill, very chill stream. And yeah, she just does a lot of drawing on there. And it's all good, wholesome fun. And that's what we need right now. We need wholesome fun. There's so much anger in the world. Yeah, and I know I'm this is MANimations Inc. Just because it's wholesome doesn't mean it's not manly. Wholesome can be manly. This is the best way to do this stuff. I mean, you could draw it, but it's a lot better to do it this way with building it up by the lines, because it's so much easier to control, and it keeps it clean too. I mean, if you draw it, you're going to get a lot more points. Even if you get the same result, you're going to have a lot more points to get to that result. So that's why I always use the line tool to build up my elements. No cursing on my Christian Minecraft server. Okay? Come on, guys. That's not cool. I know the reference. People need to master the art of being funny. Mad I have. Oh, being funny mad. I see what you mean. Yeah, you definitely have. Every time you get going, I have a good chuckle. Good yarn, eh? I have a feeling you'd like Jolene Cujo. Boom. Brought it right back to... it's JoJo shit again. God damn it. Ella Possess, you should make a comic Wanpool versus Pineapple Pizza Man, total annihilation. Well, here's the thing. Is Wanpool and Pineapple Pizza Man, they are both under the same comic book imprint. So the possibility of them having some sort of crossover some point in the future is very possible. The possibility is possible. Doesn't get more possible than that. Or does it? It could possibly get more possible. But yeah, Theron Kurth, the writer of Pineapple Pizza Man, he's been busting butt on that. So I really have to get on my editing of the Pineapple Pizza Man script. He's all done. The first volume. It's a little over 100 pages, I think, and it might be pared down. It might have to have a little more content. I don't know. I haven't quite read it yet. I was gonna do it last night, but like between the humidity and just being exhausted from doing the rigging, because I kept rigging a little more after I finished the stream last night, because I really wanted to finish both the legs. I didn't want to just leave it at the one. But I think the legs turned out pretty darn good. I definitely had to troubleshoot a few elements to really make it work properly. But yeah, no, I'm happy with it. Okay, I gotta ask, because you know I love these kind of questions. If I finish Red Rooster and I'm ready to do another rig, and it's going to be another indie comic book character, which one would you guys like to see most of the crew here? I want to know. Christian Minecraft server. Humble Marty, Jack Irons is already on the list. That one's coming. It's coming, baby. Thought Slayer. But I was redesigning him 1,000 times and he is not known yet. Thought Slayer. That sounds interesting. I had a funny pun about thoughts that I thought up earlier, but I forgot about it. Do thoughts think? Do thoughts think actual thoughts? I wonder. All right, well, now that we've got the hand, let's move on to the cuff. The easy part. Ooh, I love it when it's easy. That I don't want. Alright, so let's put you here. There we go. Oh, this is so hard. It's not. It's not. It's not hard. The hard part is not the drawing. That is for damn sure. There we go. Thought Slayer. Thought's gonna thought. You can buy a thought's bathwater, but you can't make her think. Thought water. Gotta go wade through Portland traffic. I'll be listening, but my chat participation's down for now. Oh man, you live in Portland? Ah, oh, god damn. And you make fun of me for being Canadian? While you live in Portland? Come on. Get out of here. Man, how you gonna live in Portland and make fun of Canadians? No, Berserker's tripping, dog. Straight tripping. Isn't Portland the city of Grimm and Wesson, says Nella. I don't know about that, but I know that Portland is the city of Antifa and domestic terrorism and rampant corruption. So there is that. I mean, come on. We've got Justin Trudeau, but like, that's not as bad as whoever that mayor is. That lets Antifa just like run rampant, roughshod all over the city. Nope. Y'all got it much worse. All right, let's try this again. Something's not connecting. That's connected. And that's connected too. Okay. So how about we just connect? Oh, you know what? That's why, because I have the back cuff on. So I'm getting the opposite side. There we go. Silly rabbit. Pixel for kids. Oh! Speaking of rabbits, that's who I should do. I even got a rotation for it and everything ready to go. USAGI! Come on. What am I thinking? That's who I should do after Red Rooster. Absolutely. Those guys need to team up. Ted Wheeler, yeah. That's the mayor of Portland, isn't it? Oh, you're talking about Grimm, the TV show. Don't forget the homeless heroin addicts and constant biohazards created by their tent cities. Yeah. Enjoy that bubonic plague that's coming down the pipe. That's going to be fun. Hmm. Excuse me. Sorry about that, everyone. I something went down the wrong tube, and it went down hard. Don't worry, Nella. I won't die. I promise I will never die. Oh, here's something odd. We lost a couple of lines, and some lines got shifted around on the hand when I merged everything. Let's see about fixing that. That's irritating. I don't like having to redo things unnecessarily. I love that pencil editor. Getting those nice crisp lines. Damn, I don't know what I did there. Like, something went down the wrong tube, and that that felt intentional. Someone was punishing me. Something cosmic. Did I do something bad? What did I do? Huh? What did I ever do to Zeus? Man, that hurt. Yeah. So, Henshin Hero Glarizar. What is that? That sounds like an anime. It's an anime, isn't it? I know it's an anime. I should try doing some anime style animation sometime. The full and proper 2D animated, but like with that. I think they do every 3 frames or every 4 frames, depending. But I should do like a transformation sequence for the version of Devil Dog that I created as an alternate reality, you know, version of the Jawbreakers. That would be fun. What did I call her? I called her Military Magical Girl Devil Dog. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh man, something going down the wrong pipe. It ruins everything. Just everything goes to hell. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I am adjusting the pivot points for the hand. And for the back cuff, I'm just going to copy it over so that they're exactly the same. So here's the back cuff, here's the back hand, there's the pivot coordinates. I'll just copy those over, bing, bang, boom. And now if I select one or the other, they've got the exact same pivot point. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey! Henshin Hero Guarizer is your upcoming project. I DM'd you his image months ago. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, if that was months ago, I've long since forgotten it. I've been a busy bee. Buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz. Here we go. You gotta make sure that you not only change the pivot point for the drawing, but also for the peg. Peg is where you do all your animation on. So you gotta make sure. Now you don't have to change it for the drawing. But I like to, because if you ever get to that point where you accidentally do put some animation information on the drawing peg, on the drawing node, then it's not like accidentally flying all over the place because you did so. All right. Now for the forearm, I'm gonna move that pivot as well. Bing, bang, boom. And then the forearm peg. And then the lower arm peg as well. And the lower arm peg is basically the forearm and the hand and cuff together. So when I go up the hierarchy, it's the hand, to the cuff, to the forearm. And the hand cuff one needs the same one as the hand. Thought I got that one, but I guess I missed it. Always double check everything, because even in my work, every once in a while you'll find like a node that you need to use, and it's just not in the right spot. Now, one thing I got to do here, it's going to suck, is I got to rotate this so that it matches up with the hand. Because you can see I moved the pivot point for the hand. So now this has got to match. It's probably not perfect, but it's good enough because it's not direct like the hand, like the hand and the cuff. That's all going to cover over it anyway, so you're not going to see it. You know, I'd have to check my Twitter DMs from you, Neostar, to refresh my memory on that. You know, I'll do that right now. Why not? While we're on the subject. Let's see. Neostar. Oh shit, you don't go by Neostar Productions on Twitter, do you? You do not. Just ping me on Twitter when you think about it, and then I'll take a look at it again, just so I'm refreshed. Okay. Now, what else do I need before I start filling things in? I think I need the shoulder. I think it's just the shoulder. Now that's going to be on top of the upper arm. Back shoulder. Make sure it's in front. Over the peg. And then go make a new peg for the upper arm master. Now we draw. Okay. So I think for the shoulder, I'm gonna. Okay. Okay, so I think for the shoulder, I'll start with a 4 stroke. And I'll come off of the collarbone here. Here. I got a dumb song stuck in my head. Why do you always have to get dumb songs stuck in your head? Why can't it be like awesome songs that get stuck in your head? It's got to be the dumb ones that you hate. Am I right? God. This is why I don't go to anywhere that plays the radio. That's where all the dumb songs are. All the ones that I hate. All right, and that's all we need for the shoulder, I believe. I think I'll do a little bit of a taper, not much, just a touch, just a touch, just the tip. All right, so what I'm thinking is that the back arm will be behind, and it'll just be these two pieces connected, and then the shoulder will be connected to the chest, and maybe this part combined will be connected to the shoulder, but behind, so that it doesn't show up on the chest. Might take some. It'll probably take a little bit of trial and error to get that to work properly, but I'm counting on it. So I gotta find the chest. Where are the chest? There's the legs, the hips, the waist, the neck, back fins, heads, cheekbones, back brow, ear, butt, tongue, that's the mouth, and the fin, that's the other arm, chest stars, front pec. Where is the chest? Back over there. Is this it? Old Master, Cape. Aha, here we go. Traps, chest. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Ooh, shit. Okay. Okay. Now, this is going to be tricky. Ooh, boy. Ooh-wee! What is Galactic Mermaid? I'm going to look that up. I'm going to listen to it. That's what I do. I'm a curious fella. Let's find out what Galactic Mermaid sounds like. Galactic Mermaid. Mermaid Sisters, Galactic Mermaid with lyrics. Oh, is that from, what's it called? Space Dandy? Or Space... Is it Space Dandy? I like that. Okay, I like this. Okay, that's good. I like that. Fucking bullshit. You know, that actually kind of reminds me of a band that I used to listen to back in high school that drove my parents insane every time we tried to listen to it. And I say tried to because they would put a stop to that instantly every time. Because it was just it was a band called Butt Trumpet, and it was just insanely vulgar. It's just pure vulgarity all over the place. I loved it. I loved it. What have I been listening to lately? Oh, Stephen Kirkpatrick. That okay? Yeah, yeah. I remember now. This is why I try to keep my my username consistent across the board. But I got my Twitter like a really long time ago, so that's why it doesn't match up with the Josh the Amazing Animator. That's what it is on my my email, my YouTube, all kinds of stuff. But I dropped the ball by using the old screen name. Let's see. All right. Now I'll take the upper arm. And I still haven't merged that one yet. I cleaned it up, so. But yeah, the Butt Trumpet. They had this song. I think it was called "I've Been So Mad Lately." That was the name of the song. Seems pretty innocuous, right? All it is just a stream of never-ending swearing, like just swear word after swear word after swear word, and it's a female singer too. So it was especially unusual in the music scene back then, and it was just I mean, to a bunch of kids, it's the funniest thing in the world. Especially when your parents, in particularly my mom, really against uh, swear words. Really doesn't like them. So of course that just made them all the more, you know, appealing to the kids. Parents never learn. They never learn. They're gonna love everything that you tell them that they're not allowed to. It's a lot like my dad. He hates anime, so of course you just end up liking it even more to just just out of spite. No, I think he just liked it in general. You can't really like something out of spite. You can watch it out of spite, but it won't make you like it. Let's see. There. See, this is the tedious part, is getting all the pivot points in place. It's so tedious. So tedious, but so necessary. Can't live without it. See, I try to avoid swearing in front of people in general, but I like swearing. I just like it. There's something cathartic about swearing, you know? It's why we swear when we hurt ourselves. There's just something cathartic about saying the words that are not supposed to be said. Nella has it exactly right. Swearing is a non-aggressive way to release stress. That's the thing. When I was a kid, you know, and I didn't have the swear words. I didn't have the words to express my rage, my frustration, my anger, my teen angst, if you will, or not even teen angst at that point, preteen angst. So there was a few holes made in walls. Let's just say that. Because if you can't get it out, you know, with words, you get it out physically somehow. And I think that's why, when you think about like the politics and stuff, I think that's why you have so many people like starting to get angry and violent because they have no way to express their stupid ideas in a way that will actually convince people. You know what I mean? Because like they don't really have ideas that are based off of logic and reason, and facts and evidence. You know, those far left people. Their ideas are based off of pure emotion. And that emotion doesn't tend to win a whole lot of arguments. Unless it's a girl crying in front of a man. Then that tends to hit us where it hurts. Yeah, see, Neostar, that's like your secret weapon for you, because you say you've avoided swearing so much that most people are genuinely surprised when you do it. And that's kind of like how you should do it, I think. Have it be rare, you know, so that when you do it, it's like, whoa, now we know he means business. When he raises his voice, it's just like, oh, this is unusual. This is outside of the norm. I don't know how I should react to this. So that's why when I have kids, I'm going to go really out of my way not to swear. So I guess I got to practice on that. But yeah, I got to go really out of my way not to swear so that when I do, that way they know I mean business. That playtime is over. That the law is being lame. And I am the law. Okay. Has anybody here seen the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd movie? Because honestly, a lot of people say that the Carl Urban Dredd movie is better. But like, I remember going back to see the Sylvester Stallone one, like shortly after the Carl Urban one was released, just to see if if it held up at all. And I gotta say, it actually held up pretty damn good. Like, I can't really speak to its loyalty to the comics or anything like that. But as far as a film on its own, just it was a lot of fun. And surprisingly, a lot of the effects in that movie still held up rather well. to today, you know, from my memory anyway. So, yeah, think about that. No, I might have to watch that later today while I'm, maybe not today, sometime this week, because I have it on DVD. So good. It really is. It really is. Okay, I just gotta get rid of that. And that. And now I'm ready to put some color on this piece and see if I can get it to work. Now, first things first, I know I'm gonna need an auto patch for the hand and the shoulder and forearm. And the upper arm, the shoulder. I think the shoulder is going to be in front of those two. So I'm just going to move that over. That over. Now I'll auto patch the upper arm with the forearm. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see the auto patch work until I color it, because the auto patch actually relies on both the line and the color to work. But specifically, you've got to have the color on the color layer. And you can see how that line disappeared just now when I did that on the forearm. So same thing with the forearm. I just fill that on the line layer, and then I copy it, or I delete it, or copy it and delete it, and then put it back down on there. So now it moves with it. Now I still got to do like something to put creases in there whenever it creases, but that's something I can do later. Now the other thing is I got to make sure that the arm now is behind the chest. So wherever the chest is, let's see, arm, top, back, shoulder. Is that the chest? No. Oh wait, that's the cape. This is the arm. Okay. There we go. So now the arm is behind. That's where we want it for now. Now, the thing is, I don't want this line to disappear. Not entirely, not right away anyway. So next up. All right, Nella, take care. Have a good day. Thanks for coming out. I know these aren't super exciting, but they are informative. If you want to learn a little bit about the animation process, particularly the build process. And just have some fun shooting the shit as well. Now, one thing you'll notice is that I'm on the hand layer, but I can't fill it. Why is that, you might think? Well, simple. Oh. I was going to go over a whole thing, but no, it was just because I was on the wrong layer. Go figure. Got to keep track of your layers, everybody. All right. So here's the cuff. There we go. Now we take the auto patch with the hand and the cuff. There we go. Patched. Now the hard part The hard part is the shoulder here. Now, the reason why this is hard is because of the layering. It's because the layers, the shoulder has to layer in front of the chest, and then I have to connect the upper arm using an auto patch, like the upper arm and the forearm system. That has to be connected to it. Now, this is really tricky. So we got the shoulder. Now, first off, I got to finish the shoulder. And that means getting a shape in here. Filling it. And you know what? I'm going to have to bring the arm forward again, because I can't see it. There we go. There we go. Now, I just take this and I'm going to adjust it so that it matches this. I'm just kind of manually making this since I can't fill it. Now, there is a way I could do strokes to fill this, but it pretty much ends up amounting to the same thing, as far as I know. I might be wrong on that. You know, that might be actually like a major no-no. So there we go. I don't want it to go quite that far. So let's go into about here. Now I can always adjust this as needed with deformers later on down the road if I really feel that I need it. But for now, that's good. Now, shoulder, as I said, has to go in front of the chest. So first things first, I gotta find the chest. It's right here. Okay. There's chest, traps, and the rib cage. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see now the rib cage line, that doesn't need to be there. Why am I auto patching that? There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. All right, so now that I know where the chest is, also in front of the waist. So I'm going to take the shoulder, disconnect it from there, and reconnect it in front of the chest. See, so now it cuts this off, but that's okay. That's okay. I think. Yeah, no, I think that'll be all right. So then I just got to take. Actually, you know what? I don't think I do need to do that. So I got the shoulder. Now let's just see, now I'm getting into a little bit of troubleshooting stuff. And that's where the talking goes down. Wait a minute. What? Back shoulder. Oh, okay. Ah, that's what it is. Okay, I have it for the shoulder already, but I didn't have it for the shoulder peg. The coordinates for the pivot point. So I could probably take that, push it up. Counter animate too. Yeah, I think that'll work. Especially once I have deformers on there. And I don't think I'm going to have to do much more for that. Now, the real question is going to be how that's going to affect things in the rotation. I think to the front rotation, that'll be fine. The side rotation, that'll be a little, or even a lot trickier. We'll see. It's definitely going to be some interesting troubleshooting on this rig. See, this is kind of the most complex rig I've ever done. The only other full rig I've ever made in Toon Boom has been the Lion-O rig for the Thundercats soy thing. Wait a minute. Oh, that's not what I want. I'm gonna have the upper arm and then the full back arm. So I need one more. Sans shoulder. Need to be actually, yeah, back arm master key. Oh, that one's already taken. Back arm master, and then that is back arm master P. Okay, yeah, so all I had to do is move the shoulder one. And the upper arm is all one thing, so that actually simplifies it a little bit. So the shoulder is kind of its own separate piece so I can actually move this around without the shoulder. Aha! And then I can kind of take the shoulder, and move it as I need to. Okay. And even then, this is just peg manipulation. There's a lot more I could do with that. And just reset everything so it's back to normal. And now I'm just going to get the cape. And in front of the chest, but under the stars. Now that one is there, but this one can be behind there, so I think it just needs to be in front of the chest. It's not going to matter. And I think if I just put it here, then that will be behind the stars. And the garters. Oh my. And this will conclude the initial rig for Red Rooster, for his 3/4 view. Still a lot to do. But you know what? I think the other views are actually going to be a little more easy once I have this base established. Because then, it's really just going to be a matter of manipulating things like, positions and manipulating, the deformers once I have those set up. So tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the deformers and some additional mouth shapes, so you can all see how that looks. So you can see, I've got quite a bit with the mouth. You've got several different layers just for the mouth. So those all need deformers, so I can manipulate the mouth, create different shapes. It's gonna be cool. Let me just make this backpack real quick, because that's not gonna take long at all. And I think I'll just connect the backpack to the chest. Or actually, where did I connect the other pack to? Front pack. Front pack's connected to the chest master. Backpack is also connected to the chest master. All right, so we just need one line here. Shoop. I'm gonna make it a little bigger initially. Let's go with a 6. And then I have to adjust it. And I just need to taper that off. Keep it nice and thick. And we'll extend that just a little bit. Make sure that's on the right layer too. It's got to be on the line layer. And then color in the color layer. There we go. So I'll put one in the middle, put one right there, right there, just at the tip. And let's go boom, 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 boom. There we go. So that will be essentially a patch. So just go over that so you can throw that in there. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the patch is cut by the arm and the chest. I think. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, I'll have to put some thought into that. Let me just take Roosty here. Master Peg and just move him forward. Just one. There we go. I think I'll probably add a line here before tomorrow. And yeah, that's it. The 3/4 view of Red Rooster is done, at least initially. Still a lot of work to do on that, and I will continue that tomorrow. So thanks for coming out to the folks that did. Hope you learned something. Hope you had fun just chatting, and hopefully soon we'll be able to get Raven on here as well to talk about what she's been working on animation-wise, because I'm excited to hear about that, and I hope you are too. And we will just keep plugging away on this Red Rooster until he is fantastic. Anyway, take care, everybody. That's me signing off. Be good to everyone. Be good to one another. Be good to yourself. Just be good. And have a good night.